evening? Is it
Oh,
at
yeah.
this end?
Well, that was a quick day.
I'm confused.
I thought you were Sally. But anyway,
Actually, it would be better for it to be the evening because then I wouldn't have to go to work.
Yeah. Well, I've just finished, so it's not an easy life, is it?
I got
No.
one thing to say.
What's that?
Shmoo.
Shmoo? Is that some sort of cow?
Shmoo, yeah. What is it? What is a shmoo? How do you do?
Should we find out what a shmoo is?
No. You know what it is, honey?
I know what it is in a way. I'm not quite old enough to know exactly what it is.
I can see Lux on the box. Now, Lux used to be a soap in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Same here.
It's a shmoo cock. You know, when you're doing your audio,
careful how you say that.
Shamoo.
So what I notice on the okay, I'll let Lawrence reveal. It's a reveal.
Where is it? There you go. There's the clock.
Well, there's the clock. Where's the
kind of half a clock, and it's pink, which is very rare. Apparently,
I would have said looking at the box, I would have said it's 1950s, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it probably is. But look at how nice the box is too.
I know it's in really good condition as well, isn't it?
It's pretty well perfect.
Look at that. Hello, I'm a shmoo. How do you do?
Is that a shmoo? Is it?
That's the shmoo, matey.
That is a shmoo. Yeah. So here is a clue to the shmoo.
A clue for the shmoo.
See this? How it says shmoo clock.
Yeah.
And then in the bottom it says Al Cap.
Yeah.
Right.
And then on the right hand side it says UFS. I think that's United Features Syndicate.
Right.
And in the picture is Shmoo, Little Abner, and I don't know if it's Daisy May or what her name is. It's a cartoon character.
Look at those guys.
Is that a TV thing then, or is it out of comics?
I think it's a comics thing.
Yeah.
There's a possibility that there were some shorts or films. I don't know.
Well, they're in shorts. I can see them.
But kind of like your Beano.
Yeah.
This is Lil, L-I-L, Abner.
Right. And does Shmoo come in different colours, or is he just pink?
White, and I don't know if there's another color.
I think there's a blue. I know there's a blue, but on in the comics, he's white.
A blue shmoo?
Right.
That's the shmoo is the thing that is a blob.
Yeah, it's very schmoozy.
Is that battery operated?
Is it battery operated?
Good question.
Be careful.
Yeah.
And the answer is, it's a winder.
A wind-up one.
Pendulum.
Right.
Pendulum swing like a little lady.
So we can tell it's only the time as opposed to the time and the chime.
Oh. It's in perfect condition.
So that's in mint condition, that, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's in the box, it's really remarkable if you think about it. This was never, oh wow. Let me show you. Oh, here's this. I didn't even know it had this.
This is
and there's a badge.
This is for displaying the shmoo.
For display, hang this clock on this, what does it say? On this hook.
Okay, so it would hang in there.
I wonder if there are shmoo collectors.
I bet there's little Abner collectors,
right.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then look at this. This was never used. It's the Lux Pendulette for $2.95. Key and
then you get this little pin with it too.
Key and hanger.
You can get your shmoo pin.
I guess I'll.
So that $2.95, was that the price of the clock?
Plus 20% federal tax. So anybody who moans about our tax rate now, I'll have to show them.
This is a part that you can't really find. So
yeah, this is the instruction on how to hang it, plus the key and the nails. So this is in I would call it mint condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So put it in the box. Let's put it so we don't spoil
Yeah,
it.
we're not going to spoil it. We're going to carefully, Lawrence's gentle handiwork.
We will do that in a minute.
We'll replace it.
So what you got, matey?
I keep doing tools, don't I? So I keep finding tools at work. So
Is that like a riveter?
No.
it's that type of thing.
Oh.
If you can see the shape of it, it's oval. And
Is that when you do upholstery and you do those little, I
Buttons.
don't even know what they're called, but yeah, a series of buttons?
Yeah, this one really isn't an upholstery tool.
Oh, you're tricking us now.
It's an old tool. This one probably dates back probably 100 years or so.
Oh.
Really heavy duty. Can you see if I can get it just right? There's the top end.
Yeah.
And there's the bottom end.
I'm trying to think of what is that shape that you would want to press into leather or.
Yeah. Is it for leather, cardboard, or what do you do with it?
It is for leather. And it is for horses. You know, when
It's
you're
like a pair of pliers, right?
You know, when you're doing the leathers and the straps and all that for horses.
Oh, okay.
You put a big eyelet in with that, so that you can pull rope and string, whatever you're tying.
Oh, right.
You know, so you put an eyelet in the leather strap, and then you can pull another strap through it or whatever you pull through.
Wow.
And that's the idea of that piece there. So that actually creates the hole in the eyelet.
So it punches the hole and attaches the eyelet at the same time?
Yes. So you put a big brass one side in there and another side in there, and then when you squeeze it together, it splays it out and opens it out into the leather.
You could use it on tarpaulins then as well, right?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, quite easily. I mean, obviously it wasn't designed for tarpaulin.
Yeah,
but
can I borrow it?
Yeah, for your shed roof.
Yeah.
So that's what I've got. I mean, I don't know much about it. I don't know the maker of it. There is a make on it, which I will look into. Value-wise, it's not going to be a great deal of value. It's more value to somebody who wants to work with it as opposed to, or a collector, but not massive value. I'll find out what the value it is and what the make is and all the rest of it. So that's my first item.
Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We always like to have three people when we're talking to you. They say it to you, but let's just see that. Ooh.
Oh. I thought it was going to be a statue at first.
See, now it's debatable what this could be. Is it for putting your feet up on it, or is it for a headrest, or what can it be now? What can it be now?
Well, it looks African.
It does look African.
But look at this. This is really interesting to me. Because why is it all like they used it to cut things on?
Oh, it could,
maybe it's some sort of little workbench, because if it's African, the chances are they will have been sat on the floor, won't they, cross-legged?
Yeah.
That'd account for why it's low.
Oh, maybe it is a workbench.
That's another thing. Look at that on there then.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
Crocodile.
Gecko on both sides.
Ah.
See?
Is that a hardwood, is it?
Oh, very hard, yeah. Yeah. So what we don't
look at the detail. It even shows his bum.
Oh,
so look at this character that's sitting on it. Look, it shows his bum.
Oh, yeah.
And his hand, it's
his bumbalina.
And it's got fingers, and I'm not sure about the feet though.
So I did get some other things with this which were from North Borneo. But this I don't know where this is from. It does kind of look African, so I need someone to kind of give me where it's from and what it's for.
No, I think Craig is on the right path with maybe it's a workbench because of all of the
it does have a lot
slicing and
a lot of
hammering.
cutting and marks on here. That's That's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, somebody somewhere will have seen something similar to that, won't they? And they'll know it immediately. But it's not something I've seen before.
No.
The other thing I find interesting is that this is one piece of wood,
Oh yeah.
and then they've added this on the end. That's a separate piece of wood. So
Well,
Oh,
it may have
and
broken off at one
is the
time.
other leg a separate piece?
It may have broken off and been reattached.
Mm.
You know?
Is it? Ah, I can see the grain as well at the end when it's open out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea. At first, I thought it was a pillow because
Yeah.
they're pillows, but it's not a pillow.
But they use things like that, don't they, in chapels of rest and that, like a block of wood for putting the heads on.
Maybe it's
Maybe that's what
maybe
it
it's
is.
an execution head block, chopping off block.
We'll hold on
Yeah.
to that. We may need it.
Yeah, no, we won't. So anyway, it's goodbye from us and good night from our friend here.
Let's see. This is just a little curiosity thing. This in my job, when I'm stripping jobs down, they use Hessian on the inside of furniture frames, and the purpose of that is to stop the horsehair or fillings falling through it. So they've used that for hundreds and hundreds of years. But what they used to do years ago was, rather than buying new Hessian and using it, they would use old sacks and bags. Now I've got quite a few of them at work, different ones for different, off different jobs, with different names on it. And this is one I've just picked
Oh,
up.
that's neat.
So
That's really cool. Oh, look at that. 112 pounds.
Is that for potatoes then? Or
Bacon mix.
Bacon, bacon.
What the heck is bacon mix?
I haven't a clue what bacon mix is or how old this is.
It's a super mix bacon mix.
I've got what we'll do is
momentarily.
I'll dig some more of these out and I can show some more of these. Because they're not valuable, but just out of history and interest.
It's really heavy though. It's 112 pounds. You're pretty strong, matey. I don't know. Are you Charles Atlas or what?
I am.
Oh, look at. So, can I ask a question about that?
Yes.
So the writing on that bag would be next to the horsehair versus visible from the bottom. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. So what you do when you've got a piece of furniture, you've got a bare frame, and you fasten these to the inside bit. So if you can imagine your modern piece of furniture, and you're sat in the seat, where the arm is that's against your leg, that would be on the inside of there to stop the filling falling through the arm.
Oh.
So
that's
this
pretty
one,
cool.
Looking at this one, by the shape of it, if you look at it from the other side,
yeah.
if I can hold it back far enough, can you see the tack
Yeah, I gotcha.
holes? They're in like a circle. So I'm assuming this one's come off a seat. So that will have come off an antique chair seat, which will stop the horsehair falling through the seat frame. Like I say, I've got a few of these, and I'll, just out of interest, I'll dig them out. But the bacon mix, I don't know how old this is, but it'd be interesting to find out.
Or bacon mix, super mix bacon mix.
Super
bacon mix.
Yeah, so we'll find out about that, and it'd be disappointing.
We have another head.
Oh, a head.
Is this from Borneo? Is it from Borneo?
No. Close by though.
It's actually
a coat
really
hook.
pretty.
But you can see what it is, right?
A phallic symbol.
It's actually a handle.
Oh.
Look how beautiful that is.
So it's
a stamp.
Yeah. It's a stamp for either putting on wallpaper or on fabric or
on a super mix bacon mix bag.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah.
Has some hieroglyphics and some logographics on there.
Or language that we can't read. Maybe.
Is that wooden?
The sun.
Can we turn it that way?
Yeah.
See how pretty it is?
Yeah.
It's
Is
really,
it?
really gorgeous. Or maybe that's upside down. I wonder.
Yeah, I would have thought the
Right
other
that
way up
way.
because is that the
There
sun
you
at the
go.
top?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that,
ambidextrous. You can do it any way you want.
Can somebody read this? That's what I'm curious about. What does it say? It
yeah.
looks like
I
an
can't. No.
Asian. Look at the head. It has foo dogs, right, or lions. You see that,
Yeah,
or dragons, or
Dragons.
I think it's
yeah.
actually pretty gorgeous. I think I
Tibetan.
might.
Could be
I think
Tibetan.
I might want to use it to create a piece of art on some really
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
arches paper.
yeah.
And
You could get some ink and print some just
yep,
on bits of paper. Yeah,
yep,
because that's your forte. That
yep. That's pretty. Now, who's this? Is
What?
this what is this? Is this thing at the bottom? Are
is it a
those?
snake head or something? Is it?
Well, I was thinking it might be.
I
Yeah,
take
look
it
at that.
it's
Yeah,
all
I'm coming
wood, is it?
alive.
Is it all made out of wood?
It's all made of wood. And it's got some chewing here, something chewed on it. So maybe some.
Unless they, no,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Maybe they needed to get in a corner, and so they filed it
Well,
down.
there you are, matey. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. Oh, that's something different.
It's really beautiful,
You get
isn't
this.
it?
You get the stamp of authority on it. Choom.
But I think I want to stamp it and then use Google Translate to read it
Yeah.
Yes.
because
Yeah.
I'm wondering what it says.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on, give it a blast.
Non-stop entertainment.
See how we just let him carry on.
Do you like my hat?
That's what makes him
I had to
happy.
put this on. It was like a tea cozy.
Yeah.
So how do
you want to see it?
a white thing?
Sorry, man.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
It's the captain's hat.
Right. I'll just put me on the screen. Right. I've got this. This.
All right.
And what's the name of the ship that you're from?
Right.
Lollipop.
So the hat itself is probably fairly modern. The only reason I got this hat was to put this on it.
Oh,
Illustrious? Is that what it says?
Yes. Yes.
That would be you, or is that the name of your ship?
That was my granddad's during the war.
Oh.
So this name band was on whatever hat my granddad would have had during the Second World War.
Ah.
So to preserve the name band, which is the HMS Illustrious,
Yeah.
I got this hat from, I don't know where I got this hat from, but I just thought I'll put it on there and it'll keep the band safe.
That's great.
So
I love that.
yeah, so again, it's not a valuable thing, but you know, to me, it's got sentimental value, and
Yeah.
it's something that's a little bit interesting as well.
Yeah. Where's it
It
made?
may
On
not,
the inside?
it may not have even gone on a hat like this. I don't know what the sort of naval hats they had, but I thought
Yeah.
it suits it and it keeps it safe.
That's nice. So do you put it on do you have
There
a
you go.
a
Chin strap.
mannequin head or something?
No, it's here. There he is. That's his head.
How do you
No,
wear it? How
I
do you
don't have it on
display it?
anything at all. It just sits on a shelf in my workshop. I really should put it somewhere and somewhere safe. So, but HMS Illustrious, I don't know much about that. I do know my granddad was on HMS Illustrious, the Ark Royal, and then on submarines as well during the Second World War.
Oh.
So that's that.
Lovely. I like that a lot.
Yes, something a bit different again.
I like that a lot. That's neat. I like the sentimentality of it.
Yeah, and it's Poppy
Yes.
Day too. So there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
we just had Poppy Day.
that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Remembrance.
that's right. The 11th.
Yeah,
I
we
just
co-
let some steam out.
Do Do you know how sometimes you have children and they can entertain themselves for hours with almost nothing?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one.
there you go. What's this? It's a shmoo.
Like I said,
It's like when you're out with him, you need to put him on the reins. You know, like you just put kids on reins.
no, I actually just watch him, let him do his thing.
Oh God.
These engine casings I shown you on the last episode, there isn't really a great deal I can tell you about these, other than they are casings off the side of classic British motorbikes. Usually timing chain covers. That's usually what they were for. So behind this one, for example, there would be a sprocket here, a gear, and another one up here, and then there'd be a chain driven. So that would be covering the chain. This one here is Matchless, and the one next to it is AJS. Later, those two companies became one company, so Matchless and AJS made almost identical motorbikes. I've started polishing these up. You can see that what I've done with them. That one I haven't done anything with. So they do polish up quite nice, and what I'm going to do with them is mount them on the wall, because I collect old motorbikes, so they'd be nice on my garage wall. The Matchless one is probably around about 1950s, I would think. That's probably from probably a G80, I would have thought, something like that. The AJS one, I would have thought probably late 50s, maybe 60s. And then coming over to the BSA one. And the BSA one, this particular one, I would think, and I'm just guessing at this, off an A10, BSA A10, anywhere from 1940s up to 1960s, that would have been used. You can see there it's had quite a bit of use. You can see there where either somebody's foot or a foot peg or something's been rubbing on that over the years. There's the classic BSA sign, which stands for Birmingham Small Arms. And you can see the 3 rifles on there. And that's because that's originally what they did before motorbikes. Value-wise on these, I mean, as bits of aluminium engine covers, they're probably worth £15 to £60 each. But obviously, if you needed one of those for your classic motorbike, you're going to pay anywhere from 65 to 150 quid for something like that. But to me, they're nice pieces of artwork. The bayonet I've shown you in the last episode is a Remington pattern 1913. And if you actually look, it's in very good condition. The scabbard, the leather scabbard, the metal end on it, it's all in excellent condition. And if you look on the end of the blade, there's a circular design there. That in that circle it says Remington. And the way you can tell it's a 1913 pattern is on the date there. You can just make out the date 1913. That's the pattern number. And this one was actually made in April 1917. And again, you can tell, if I can get the light right, you can see 417, which is the manufacture date for this particular bayonet. This bayonet itself is actually American, and the reason you can tell that, again, if I pick it up, there's markings on this side of it. So those markings there, which are difficult to see, I'll take a photograph of it so you can see it clearly. But those markings, there's a broad arrow, which means that this is property, British property mark. I'll try to get a decent picture there, but I'll take a photograph anyway and you'll be able to see it properly. So there's a broad arrow, which is British property mark, and that arrow is over the top of a crown, which is an inspection mark. Then there's a number below that, that's the inspection number, and then below that again is an A, and that A stands for American. So that's how we know that this bayonet was made for the Americans. Another thing with this is on the handle there are 2 grooves. You see those 2 grooves in the handle? Now the purpose of those 2 grooves was to distinguish this particular bayonet, which is the 1913 model, from the pattern 1907. They weren't interchangeable. So the 1907 and the 1913 weren't interchangeable. So that's how you can tell the difference between those. Well, the other thing I was going to say about it was that this particular bayonet was made for a 303 P14 rifle. So that's really all I can say. Well, there isn't much more I can say about it other than value. And these value, depending on the condition of them, anywhere from £80 to £250.
Well, there you go, matey.
Anything
So
else?
don't forget to watch and subscribe. We need subscribers.
We
Right?
do need subscribers because we're not doing very well. We need to boost them. I don't know where
we
they're going
need,
wrong.
If you watch it, then, subscribe, because they be part of the show. And like we say every week, get in there. And we need to know about these things. And we'd love for you to be part of the show. So you can actually maybe zoom in and do be on the show.
Yeah. So if anyone knows anything about any of the items, let us know on those. Subscribe, comment, anything else you want to do.
Yep.
Do it. As long as you do it.
So
Just do it.
sew a button on it. Anything.
Oh, that sounds like a slogan. Just do it.
Just do it.
I got a T-shirt with that on, honey.
Yeah, you do. You aren't the only one.
We need that hand as well, like that, don't we? Just
Yeah,
do it.
that's
You. We want you.
You.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Have you got anything else to say before I end?
No, goodbye. There you go.
anyway, thank you.
Well, anything I had to say, and that was it.
We'll be back next week, same time.
Yes. And thank you for thank you for joining us.
Yeah. And if you could stay through to this part,
Hey, let me tell you.
A+
Yeah.
gold star.
Yeah. If you've stayed tuned to the end, Lawrence will send you a card.
Oh yeah, nobody's got the card yet. Nobody's replied.
What we get and what we find